I can sue a client that messes with my VA or messes with our business. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, if this is your first time, you're welcome. You can take a chill pill. And if this is your second time, you're also welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop your comments because it also helps me. And if there's any topic you actually want me to talk about, you can always drop it on the comment section and I will. So let's go to the business of today. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the difference between a freelancer and an agency owner, which is better. Well, if you ask me, I've been a freelancer and I've become an agency owner, and I highly recommend agency ownership because being a freelancer, it keeps you in seasons where today you have 10 clients, tomorrow you have 0 clients, 1 minute you have 1 million, the next minute you are earning 0. Do you understand? So as a freelancer myself, there is some certain kind of a certainty that comes with the job, especially if you're getting clients from Upwork, Fiverr. There is a high chance that you may get to do something and the client gets to ghost you because you feel like there is nothing you can actually do about it. Do you understand? It has happened to me. It might not be true, but I'm saying from experience, it has actually happened to me, where I had to work for 2 months and I was ghosted. I couldn't do nothing. And I think that's one thing that made me have to register my business in the US because, there's a kind of system that works around there that doesn't work in Nigeria. And I always sell that to my clients. It gives my business not just credibility, but it gives us an edge. I can sue a client that messes with my VA or messes with our business. Okay, that's by the way. But yes, that's the point I'm trying to raise. It gives you an edge. And another difference between a freelancer and a business owner. When running a business, you know that, you should have a system. For us, there's one thing that I always tell people is that any business that doesn't have any client acquisition process is not a business or won't last. So we made it a very point of contact, to build a client acquisition system that brings us clients every now and then. And I feel like most freelancers don't do that. They feel like if they have 1 or 2 clients, they are good. Do you understand? But then they get to forget that a client can wake up one morning and say they are not doing it again. So if you are a freelancer, I am not telling you to own a business, but if you are a freelancer, one thing you should never do is to stop looking for clients. Don't feel because you are earning 1 million naira now it's going to last forever. Do you understand? If possible, get a client acquisition system that will help you, that or you can vouch that even if these 2 clients I'm working with, if they leave me now, in the next 2-3 months I'm going to get another client. Not a system where today you have clients, you are working for a client for 6 months and then they stop, and in the next 6 months, 1 year, you are looking for a client. This has happened a lot because I've seen a lot of people, they tell me that, last year they worked for a client and it's been 7 months, they've not had another client, they're still applying for jobs. Why are you applying? So that's the difference. But being a business owner, having that system, that you need every month, you need to report that, okay, a client has been signed in. Do you understand? And then another difference is that as a freelancer, there is so much less you can earn compared to a business owner. Let's take for example, I run a virtual assistant business. Do you understand? I have over 50 pre-vetted virtual assistants in our database. You get it? Gives me a sense of responsibility that this virtual assistant needs clients, and it pushes us to press on our clients acquisition system. And with that process, imagine having all our 50 Vs assigned to a client. You can't compare the revenue that we will get from that to a revenue a freelancer is getting. And I always said it, as a freelancer, I don't think any freelancer can work with more than 5 clients at a time. anything that is exceeding that you are calling for, you want to take your life. Maybe you are planning to take your life. So, but again, don't mistake my words in me saying that, hey, if you're a freelancer, stop being a freelancer and go and start an agency or go and build a business. No. If you want to continue your path as a freelancer, build a system, something that will still give you freedom, give you the kind of income you want. Because one thing I know is that it's not everybody that has the same, you understand, that have the same strength. For me, I know what I want to make. I am scaling to 6-figure USD per annually. Do you understand? Someone out there may just know, you know what, I just need $1,000 per month. Good. But I have a system that even if your client, your one or two client leaves you now, you can always get a replacement. And apart from that, also have a system that while you are working, do not overwork yourself. I've had a freelancer sometime earlier this year, and then she was like, she had 8 clients. I was like, how are you breaking the odds? She said that she barely sleeps, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Do you understand? Business, it helps you, it pushes you to put a structure in your business. You have time for yourself. Do you understand? You have a system that consistently builds clients, and it gives you higher revenue. So this is my honest take as regards to the difference between a freelancer and a business owner. And then as a business owner too, I feel like I have more time for myself now. Do you understand? I have more time for myself. I have more clients, yes, but I have more time for myself, for my family, and to do any personal stuff that I want to do. Well, I hope with these few points of mine, I have not been able to convince you to leave your freelancing journey to become an agency owner. Because if you try to do that without a system, you will crash. And again, if you think that you have what it takes, you want to transition from being a freelancer to building an agency, and then if you have any question, you can always drop in the comment section, reach out to me via DM, book a consultation, and I can always put you through. Does that make sense? Now, have an amazing day and see you in our next video. Again, if there's a topic that you want me to talk about, if there's any question, please drop it in the comment section. I am watching and I will answer you. Trust me, I promise. I cross my heart. Bye.